A tired woman makes her exhausted son a bowl of food after a long day of work. She tells him not to worry about her, to go chase the thing he wants. That's it. That's the whole moment. No fight, no training montage, no enemy. And yet this is the moment that built a champion. To understand how a quiet bowl of food made one of the strongest anime fighters of all time, you need to understand who Ippo was before it. If you've watched my channel, you know the story I usually tell. Guts, beaten by the world and he becomes unbreakable. Canute, abandoned and he stops waiting to be saved. Strength forged in pain, strength forged in betrayal, strength forged alone. And every time the lesson is the same. The world broke them and that's what made them hard. But Ippo is the exact opposite. And honestly, he might be the most important story. When we meet Makanoji Ippo, he has no strength at all. Not the physical kind, he's actually quite strong from his part-time job kind of rental business boat thing. But the kind of strength that matters, the kind on the inside. Courage. He gets bullied and he takes it. He never fights back. He apologizes just for existing. He lets classmates badmouth him and all these things. Even though he does nothing wrong, he spends every day working himself to the bone for the family fishing business. Not because he chose to, but out of guilt. His father died and his mother runs it alone, so he does his best to help out. And here's the thing that most people miss about early Ippo. He isn't weak because he can't throw a punch. He's weak because not a single part of his life belongs to him. He has no wants, no direction, no sense that he's even allowed to want something for himself. Every hour of his day is spent paying a debt he never agreed to. That's not a man yet. That's a boy holding his breath, trying to be one. Until the moment of truth. Boxing finds him. For the first time in his life, Ippo wants something. Not for his mother, not out of duty, but for himself. And very little after starting, immediately he is faced with guilt. Because if he trains, he can't work the boats. If he chases boxing, his mother carries the business alone. And so the one thing he's ever wanted for himself begins to feel selfish. It feels like abandoning her. So he almost doesn't do it. He almost folds like he always has. And then his mother makes him dinner. She doesn't hand him money. She doesn't know a thing about boxing. She can't train him. She can't fund him. Can't fight for him or even watch him because she is scared of these things. But she gives him one thing that actually matters. She tells him not to worry about her, to focus on what he wants. His mother gives him permission that he's not giving to himself and gives him belief. Sit with how big that is. For his entire life, Ippo has had to live somebody else's life that he didn't want to live. And all of a sudden somebody tells him, it's alright, do the thing that you want to do. I've got the rest. You are allowed to exist and you are allowed to go after the thing that you truly want. Unlike many stereotypical harsh parents that may force upon you to be a doctor or want something from you that they didn't do in their own life. The worst kind of parent or parenting is the one that wants to live their life through their children rather than letting their children live their own life. This permission and dinner is the entire foundation. Everything Ippo becomes, every title, every brutal fight, every time he gets knocked down and stands back up, it's all built on that one bowl of food. Because here's what nobody tells you about strength. You can't risk everything in front of you unless something behind you is secure. Ippo could throw himself into the ring and get destroyed and get back up because he knew no matter what, somebody at home believed in him. That security at his back is what lets him be fearless out front. And in some way this belief comes in the form of obligation. Now that there are people rooting for me, believing in me, I want to live up to the standard that they have of me. Which is kind of counterintuitive with the whole living for yourself, at least at surface level. But it isn't really, it just ups the stakes of chasing after your destiny. More people know about it. I can't let other people down. I can't let myself down. If this is the kind of breakdown you came here for, subscribe, it means you won't miss the next one. That's it, back to Ippo. Now watch what that love turns into once Ippo steps in the ring. Most of Ippo's fights are not fought from hatred. He's not chasing revenge or there's not real rivalry, apart from Miyata, which he never really fights against. And neither is he trying to prove the world wrong. He fights to honor the people who believed in him. His mother, Takamura, Coach Kamogawa, every person who poured into him, his previous adversaries that said, hey, continue my legacy and keep winning for my behalf too. His insane, inhuman willingness to take punishment and keep going forward, that doesn't come from rage. It comes from gratitude. He refuses to lose because losing would mean wasting the belief other people had spent on him, and this is where it clicks. Think about every fighter who runs on the other fuel: ego, fear, the need to prove they're not weak. That fuel burns hot and then it burns out. The second they lose, it shatters them because their whole identity was, I am the strong one. Take that away by somebody that is actually stronger than them, and then there's nothing underneath. Ippo's fuel doesn't run out because love doesn't run out. Belief doesn't run out. Every time he's empty, he reaches back to the people behind him and he refills. Pain-fueled strength corrupts and collapses. Love-fueled strength renews itself. So let's bring this to you, because this video isn't really about a anime character boxer. Internet sells men a single story about strength, that you have to be broken to be hard, that you have to go through it alone, that needing people is weakness, and that at the end of the day you can trust no one but yourself. But Ippo is the truth that is a lie. And these kind of claims like David Goggins type of mentality and none of the like, Andrew Tate, whatever, they come from a less enlightened spiritual point of view. I'm not necessarily saying that they're completely wrong or anything of the sort, but true strength comes from such a deeper place than this. And if you'd like to forge strength in solitude, you can certainly reach a good amount of strength, but wouldn't you want to do it alongside other people? And wouldn't it be more worthwhile because you can reach much higher strength if you know that there are people behind you, counting on you, believing in you? This pushes you way further than the fuel of hatred. Wouldn't relying on this, which is a more positive thing anyway, which can take you to a higher level of strength, something that you'd prefer to choose? You do not have to be a survival of hell to be strong. You don't need a crazy traumatic backstory or character development in pain and suffering. You don't even need an army behind you. One person who believes in you when you can't believe in yourself can change the entire direction of your life. And that's not weakness. That's the most powerful starting line a man can have. And here's the turn, the part that I actually want you to take with you. Perhaps you still don't have that person in your life that will give you that bowl of food with a message saying that they believe in you, work hard, do the things you want to do. I am rooting for you. Maybe you don't have that person, but you can become it. Look at somebody in your life or near you that you can see has no real direction or ambition and say to them, go, I believe in you. Go do that thing that you want to do. Go get after it. Go search and discover. I've got your back. Because the encouragement Ippo's mother gave him in 30 seconds, you can give that to someone else. And you might build a champion without ever stepping in a ring. And as I often say, become the change that you wish to see in the world. I personally do this all the time. Even at the end of my videos, I've been doing it more often. Tell people that I believe in them and I trust them to accomplish what they want to do. And it never comes from a place of fakeness or anything like that. I truly believe in your potential and I truly believe in your ability to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish if you get at it. So just know that I believe in you and that you could do that thing that you wish to do. And if my words are at all encouraging for you, you could echo these words back to encourage somebody else. It's such a small thing. A tired woman and a bowl of food and one sentence. Nobody watching the anime knew in that moment that they were witnessing the birth of a fighter. But that's where it started. Not in the gym and not in the ring, but at that dinner table. A person loving you and encouraging you really is all that you need to begin. So I want to know, who was your Ippo's mother or the person that may have believed in you in your life before you had earned this belief? Has there been such a figure? If there has, and it's something that maybe can motivate somebody else that reads it, share. I'll make sure to read it myself at the very least. Thank you for watching. Strive to be 1% better every day, and much love. Mwah!